Good morning. It is December the 1st, 2017, and we're on a countdown to the end of the year, the end of the fourth quarter. Lots of news will be coming out about growth in the fourth quarter, the estimates, etc. Right now, the piece of news that's dominating the markets is the passage of Trump's tax package, which last night failed to pass in the Senate because if revenues go down, they have to trigger higher taxes. Does anybody ever think about cutting expenses anymore? Our federal government budget and spending and waste are sacrosanct. They cannot be touched. They cannot be tampered with. They cannot be changed. Why? Because there's a lot of people that have a vested interest in continuing making the amount of money that they make these days off the backs of the rest of the United States. So, will a tax package pass? Probably. Will changes make it be put into it to get its passage today or this weekend that will lower taxes for everybody? Probably not. We'll start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any uncertain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Treasuries are higher because equities are lower because of the failure to pass Trump's tax package yesterday. Trump's tax package will hang over the markets today, and that until it's passed or not passed, it'll hold the market in a range. So I think we're dealing with a range-bound market today. 11 to 15, sell 1. 19 to 23, sell 2. On the buy side, 1 to 5, 25 to 29. I think the direction of the market remains lower over time because of the coming rate increase on December 13th of this month, when the FOMC raises its rate, or is forecast or projected to raise the interest rates by 25 basis points. We have news today. Motor vehicle sales 17.6. PMI manufacturing 54.5. That one will not be paid attention to. ISM manufacturing 58.4. That's a high number. Probably about right. Construction spending plus 0.5%. That one probably comes in lower than forecast. This one's probably equal. This one is probably about where they expect it. And Baker Hughes rig count, don't know what it's supposed to be. 1138. 923. Probably come in higher than forecast as people try to get every expense they can into 2017 in anticipation of a tax cut. So I got us in a trading range. Tax package looks like it won't pass. People talking about that potential will take us up. Tax package passage imminent will take us down. So the markets will be subject to news spikes today based on comments by Republican senators. You know, all of our budget hawks up there, and they're all addressing the revenue side. No one talks about cutting spending anywhere. Can't do that. Might offend a group that possibly will vote for you. Now we have a situation where half of our population pays no federal taxes. Why wouldn't they vote for every goodie that comes down the pike? Somebody else is paying for it, not them. The way it works. Okay, 2024, number 1. 27.31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, 12 to 16, number 1. 5 to 9, buy 1. 29.01 by 2. My guess is that they'll miraculously find a way to pass the tax bill today. And the vote may come today, it may come over the weekend, but they will find a way to do it. So how does this all end? Because there is no political will or capital to change things, it will most likely is that we'll have a catastrophic event that will force them to do something. They will have no choice. And because we know the short side of the market, we can prosper with those situations. Well, I tried to buy Ethereum at 400 yesterday, and we got close, and I could not get it done, and it's back up to 448. So things are movers, and you can't put limit orders in, or I haven't figured out how to do it. You sit there and stare at the screen, which is inefficient. I'm not going to do that. I'll stare at the screen all day long. But so learning how to do it. I think Litecoin certainly performed better. I think my next position will probably be in Litecoin and not Ethereum. See, it's got more pop to the upside. Okay, gold's in a fairly tight range. Same situation that we're in. Passage of the tax bill takes us lower. Non-passage of it holds us sideways with an upward bias. Sell 1, 88.82. Sell 2, 84.86. On the buy side, 75.77 by 1. 70.72 by 2. Imagine if you ran your life as the federal government runs their life. And you could only do that if you had never-ending funds, run out of money, can't borrow anymore. We'll just print it. It's the only way it works. And given the lack of controls and how easy it is to get cash and print money, everybody knows how it's going to end up. It just takes time to get there. Looking at the euro, ran into selling at against 50 in the overnight. We had 40 to 50 was our number 2 sell zone, so that worked. It came in London. We have selling right now, and we're at 98. Last rotate up stopped at 10, so 10 to 20 sell 1. 30 to 40 sell 2 will favor the short side. The buy side will open up a little bit. 1875 by 1. 1850 by 2. Looks like resistance may have held, so we'll give ourselves a little bit more room to the downside. Crude oil. I haven't seen anything on Russia, where they are on the deal, but it was rolled over like we said yesterday. So current production quotas are in place for all of 2018, and you know, if I were Russia, I would come out to support prices, say, yeah, I like the sound of that. And then Russia will do what OPEC members do. They'll sell as much crude oil as they can. You know, it might get to that, Charles, when you look at the throes of the Roman Empire and the rest of it. Decadence and all that good stuff was a big part of it. Might have to do that to maintain your sanity, right? 58, 58 and a quarter, sell 1. 58.50, 58.75, sell 2. On the buy side, 57.50 by 1, 57 and a quarter by 2. I see pretty good support, 57 and a quarter, 57.50, and probably resistances at 58 Starts at 58, best resistance 58 1/4, 58.50. The experience of Colorado is kind of like what happens when you get a casino in your area. Crime rate goes up. Bankruptcies increase. And I always thought it was ironic that when they first built that first casino in a county outside of Denver, one of the promises that the developers did is that we're going to increase the size of your jail. That's kind of self-serving if you think about it. But that's what it was, because everybody knows that more crime is coming. And people that are desperate will do desperate things like rob and steal and the rest of it. Now, what are they finding with marijuana in Colorado? My goodness. Traffic deaths are increasing. And some of those deaths are coming from people being high on marijuana. And campgrounds and stuff, because of the marijuana tourist trade right now, a lot of campgrounds and stuff are unusable because the dopers have come in and taken it over. So the Rocky Mountain High is attracting more people than it's ever attracted before. Back in the old days, it was caused by elevation, lack of oxygen. And nowadays, it's caused by marijuana. Okay, resistance is 45 to 50 and supports 30 to 35. That's where we are. So this 44.46, sell 1. 49.51, sell 2. I'm really hesitant to press the short side of the market, but we will have opportunities to do that, looking to exit the trade, 40 or better. On the buy side, picking up the bottom of value here, 34.36. Negative comments from Republican senators, again, on what will drive the news spikes today, and 29 to 31 for buy 2. Motor vehicle sales, 17.6. PMI manufacturing, 54.5. 58.5, that's a big number for ISM manufacturing. That's probably about right. Maybe a little higher. That's probably about right on motor vehicle sales. Construction spending up 0.5%. Probably come in lower. Baker Hughes rig count, 1138. I think the U.S. rig count will come in higher because of lower corporate taxes next year. Numbers if as forecast are friendly for the stock market, not so for treasuries or gold. Take a bit to get everything up and posted. Going to get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.